Let me ask you something. Have you ever started something with fire in your heart, only to stop when it got hard? A dream, a goal, a version of yourself you once believed in, and somewhere along the way, you quit. Not because you weren't capable, not because you weren't talented, but because it got uncomfortable. Here's the truth most people don't want to hear. The difference between winners and quitters is not talent, it's not luck, it's not intelligence, it's mindset. Winners and quitters start at the same place, same fear, same doubt, same excuses whispering in their ears. But then something shifts, and that shift changes everything. Quitters see obstacles and say, "This is a sign to stop." Winners see obstacles and say, "This is a sign I'm growing." Same problem, different meaning. Quitters ask, "Why is this happening to me?" Winners ask, "What is this teaching me?" Same pain, different purpose, and that is the mindset shift. Winners don't avoid pain, they use it. They don't wait for confidence, they build it through action. They don't need motivation every day, they rely on commitment. Let me be clear, winners feel tired, winners feel afraid, winners feel like quitting. The difference? They don't obey that feeling. Quitters let emotions decide their future. Winners let their vision decide their actions. Read that again in your mind. You see, quitting is easy when you believe discomfort means danger. But winning begins when you realize discomfort is not a warning. Discomfort is an invitation to grow, to stretch, to rise. Every winner you admire, every athlete, leader, creator, entrepreneur, had moments when quitting made sense, moments when stopping felt logical, moments when no one would have blamed them. But they stayed. They stayed when it was boring. They stayed when results were invisible. They stayed when progress was slow. Because winners don't ask, "Do I feel like doing this today?" They ask, "Who do I want to become?" And then they act accordingly. Quitters focus on the short-term pain. Winners focus on the long-term identity. Quitters say, "I'll try." Winners say, "I will." Quitters wait for the perfect moment. Winners move in imperfect moments. Let me tell you something powerful. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your mindset. If your mindset says, "I'll quit when it's hard," then your life will be full of unfinished chapters. But if your mindset says, "I grow through hard things," then nothing can stop you. Winning is not one big heroic moment. Winning is choosing discipline when motivation disappears. Winning is showing up when no one is watching. Winning is continuing when progress is silent. And here's the shift that changes everything. Winners don't see quitting as an option, not because they're superhuman, but because they've decided that their dreams matter, decided that their future is worth discomfort, decided that temporary pain is cheaper than lifelong regret. So the next time you feel like quitting, pause. Ask yourself, am I tired or am I just afraid of growth? Pause. Because growth feels heavy, growth feels lonely, growth feels uncomfortable. But growth also changes lives. Today, right now, you stand at a crossroads. One path leads to comfort, the other leads to greatness. One path asks nothing from you, the other asks everything from you. Pause. And the only thing separating those paths is your mindset. Choose to stay, choose to push, choose to become. Because the world doesn't need another person who almost tried. It needs you, fully committed, fully present, fully unstoppable. Don't quit, shift your mindset, and win.